What's up, everybody? Hey, welcome to Friske Business. We got a big show today. 2 hours. You're so lucky. How lucky are you? Very lucky. Yes. What the lady who just said something, you can't see her yet, but she's correct. Okay. And also, it's our 400th show. Woo! It's amazing.
Congrats.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you. But hey, we want to welcome our good friend Laura Bartlett of Four Funny Females and her boss Steve.
And my boss Steve.
Good afternoon.
What's up, Steve?
Just hanging.
And what you got there, buddy? What are we drinking today?
I got the grapes of God here. I've got a Bloody Mary.
Yeah. We're going to try and get you a little hammered and get you to tell bank stories about things.
You're going to try to get him fired.
No,
let's be honest.
We don't want to do that. We just want some good, juicy dirt. No, I'm kidding.
I couldn't get fired now. I'm too old.
Oh, yeah? Oh, that's good. Too old to be
security.
fired. Yeah, sweet. Well, that's good. Well, thanks for coming. I've been trying to get you on for a while.
I know.
You're a very tough,
this
busy, successful
it's
person.
It's work. It's my day job that gets in the way of the important stuff.
Right. So we bring Steve.
That's right.
Make it happen. Yeah. Good. Hey, whatever works. We're glad to have you, my friend. Have you ever done anything like this before? Any radio or anything?
No.
First time?
No. Oh, I actually went to broadcasting school.
Really?
Between high school and college.
Really?
In St. Louis, and father talked me out of it. Wanted me to go to college first and get a real degree, and then go back to that, which I never. And I went into banking when I was too young.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Never look back.
Well, I always look back. Right?
All right. Well, now look, you're living your dream. It's a bucket list thing.
That's right.
You can cross it off.
Yeah, she reminds me of that all the time.
Oh yeah.
Isn't this cool?
Yeah.
It's like bring your boss to work day. Kind of
all right.
Bring your boss to play day.
All right. Well, cool. I'm glad you're here.
This is a play date.
See, that's nice.
Yes,
it was either this or the ball pit.
Oh well.
Over
at McDonald's.
That's right. Over at Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, nice. Well, you could get some coupons and play some skee ball.
Yeah.
Waste a lot of money on those machines. Boy, I almost lost so much money on that. If you got two kids and they like to gamble,
right?
It's expensive.
You got some addicted kids to gambling. You have two kids, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, one's...
It's a little creepy if I bring them now. They're 21 and 18. Oh, 19, excuse me. 19 just had a birthday.
Oh, when?
Just the other day, 12th.
Oh, mine was the 13th.
Oh, well, happy birthday.
Thank you. Happy birthday to your kid.
Yeah, Mitch.
Mitch? Oh, yeah. Didn't he have like a skit? What happened? I'm already
off
topic.
He hit his noggin. Did you see that picture?
Yeah.
On Facebook? Yeah. He fell flat on the back of his head on concrete in one of those bowls, those skating bowls.
Right. No helmet?
No. No helmet at the time.
Mitch.
I know. He's got a hard head. Yeah. He survived it.
All right. Well, and then he did like this duet thing, right?
Yeah. Then Mitch dabbles in the arts.
Yeah. Like his
He's
mommy.
done some stand-up. He's done some stand-up. He's opened for me a few times. And then he discovered inline skating, so...
Oh, he does inline, not skateboard? That's what I used to do.
Yeah,
all the time.
You did the rails and the bowls and all that stuff?
Hardcore, man.
Oh,
I started skateboarding and then I moved to inline. Just the older I got. I still do it every once in a while, like at Eisenberg's or something.
Ah, I know Eisenberg's.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, that I don't know if you saw back years ago, I did a little press thing with the Dallas Morning News, and they took a picture of us sliding that one down one of the what is that called? A half pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mitch and I were sliding down the half pipe.
Butt slide?
On our butt, yeah. There's no way you're going to get me down that half pipe any other way. So.
All right. Well, they're big one. It's pretty hefty.
They're big pipe. Scary. It was scary just sliding down on my butt.
Oh yeah, yeah. But it's fun.
It is fun.
I did it because I can't exercise like on a treadmill. No, I just can't do that kind of exercise. So I needed something.
They should have like some sort of treadmill for inline skates. That'd be weird.
Yeah, just rolling.
Yeah, like they had that little thing on As Seen on TV, which I'm a big fan of, Bobby. Anything on inline or on TV. As Seen on TV, yes. So Walgreens and CVS.
Do you purchase?
Like a tractor beam, it pulls me in.
Yeah.
If they had a gadget where I could like brush my teeth at my kneecaps, I'd buy it.
All right.
Anything that like is a convenience, I'd buy it.
Yeah, I just bought the salad, not the salad shooter, but the salad slicer for my girlfriend because she's doing like heavy duty salad stuff. And is that Walgreens? That's seen on TV.
Yeah, I buy them all.
You do?
I buy them all. I have the gopher to pick stuff up off the ground.
For when bending over is too tough?
That's right. It was, they advertise it on TV for like seniors to get things like off of shelf
Oh,
or too
right,
high
right.
or whatever. And so,
Oh, the little prongy grippy
yeah,
thing?
it's so cool, but it's
Right.
creepy. I grabbed my neighbor's arm with it. She's like, what is that? It's like some sort of like a robotic arm.
Your little Terminator hand?
Yeah, it looked like a Terminator
Right?
hand. It
That's
was
hilarious.
creepy.
I love that stuff too, though. I walked down the aisle at CVS Walgreens, and he's like, I think I need that. I think.
Fix a flat, stop a leak. I don't have any of these problems, but I
Right.
buy them anyway.
Just in case.
Yeah, just in case. They're my insurance.
Have you ever bought anything like that,
That's
Steve?
my AAA.
I'm not that impulsive of a buyer.
Yeah?
He's going to read the reviews.
Yeah.
I do watch a
What
lot
does
of TV,
Amazon
though,
say?
but I don't-
Are we ready? Are we ready for me to
Yeah,
try this
yeah,
on
I
the
got
air?
to do
Oh, yeah.
consumer reports first, and then
I'm kind of with you, too. Yeah. So
Okay.
this is like your first drink?
This is not quite. This is my first.
On air?
I'm over 21, but this is my first. It is my first online or on air drink, and it's my first Bloody Mary. So
Okay, here we go.
So cheers.
And this
bottoms
is
up.
made by a very popular bartender.
Whoa! Hey,
careful.
sorry about that.
and a very good one.
Okay, here we go.
It's properly spiced.
Is it?
Yep.
She knows her business.
That's good. That's
Really?
Good.
Are you just
yeah,
saying
it's
that?
good. No, I mean it's
It's
I've had,
it's peppery.
it is peppery.
Is that good or bad?
Mhm.
That's
I
good.
like
For me,
it.
it is.
Okay. Tasia, well, we thank Tasia Mungia. She's the bartender that made those.
Well, thank you
Special
very much.
just for you, too.
What's the establishment?
She works at a place called Tay Tay.
Tay Tay.
Yeah, it's a sushi bar, restaurant.
Shout out to Tay Tay.
Yeah, yeah. Now you owe us money, Tay Tay.
Say that on the streets downtown
Right.
Dallas and heads turn.
All right.
Hey, that's me.
Yeah, right. So, Steve, the word is you're a big Four Funny Females fan
I am.
Yeah?
I'm a huge fan.
and a big supporter.
Not financially, emotionally.
Right?
Yeah. Well, I've done my fair share of financial support.
He won't take a comp ticket. I keep
Really?
I've been trying to comp his ticket for like the last 5 years or 6 years, and he never accepts.
Really?
Yeah.
So
Well,
I would say
he's-
yes, he
that's
is a
a
financial
supporter.
contributor.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
good.
think I went to all the shows last year. I've been to 2 or 3 of
So that's
I-
at least $60 right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
He is a
Wow,
financial
yeah.
contributor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What are your tickets are what? How much?
20 bucks.
Yeah.
A measly $20.
That's very, very affordable for
That's
what
a
you
lot.
get.
Yeah, you amortize it out using a banking term.
All right.
For 4 comics.
Right.
That's
$5
pretty good.
a pop.
That's right. You gotta-
90-minute show,
you're getting your
right?
money's worth.
Is it not? It's 90 minutes.
Yeah, it's about 90 or
Yeah.
a little bit more.
Cool. How? Okay, so let's talk about how this whole started. Because I've known Linda, I guess, for 3 or 4 years, something
Yeah,
now. But
she's great.
Yeah.
Shout out to Linda Stogner.
What's up, Linda? We love her. You like Linda?
I do.
She's awesome,
Yeah,
huh?
She is.
Yeah, she's a
Yeah.
good girl.
Funny and a good person.
But did you form this, right? This was your
Yes.
baby.
Hmm. Yeah, I started doing. I started dabbling and producing shows where I would open for, somebody who was kind of prominent.
Right.
Like Paul Varghese. He was really nice.
Right.
Thank you, Paul.
Oh yeah, he's
For
good.
very, very, very
He's
nice.
very supportive about giving
to
gigs. Yeah.
he was very helpful because he drew in an audience for me. So
Yeah.
Paul said, "Yeah, I'll do it," and I was really grateful for that. And then I think I had I've had Raj Sharma and Aaron Arianpour and then Paul again.
All good guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Chuck Kaysen, my friend
Yeah.
Chuck Kaysen.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then that was kind of successful, and I thought, why not do this as a ladies group?
All right.
And so we did, and we've had some cast changes at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Actually, we started out as this kind of 5 funny females.
Oh, yeah?
I'm trying to keep that alliteration.
All right.
And there was already a 5. I Googled 5 funny females.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I was
I
like,
think you told me that, yeah.
there's a 5 on I think it was the West Coast.
Yeah.
And, I don't want any problems because we're going to be immensely successful.
All right.
And I don't
Well,
want those kind of legal problems.
I've got to shout out to you. I've got to tip the hat. You're a promotion machine.
Oh,
Thank
thank you, Bobby.
I tout myself as a promotion machine, but
You've
you
got some really great graphic art skills.
well,
my
thank
man.
you. But you are like it's just like bam, bam, bam. You're the New York Times. The 4 funny females are in the New York Times, people.
Yep.
That's what we're talking about.
You're right.
That's pretty-
that's kind of things that are
pretty
making it happen.
blessed.
And I don't think you would get that if y'all weren't delivering quality comedy. and
Thank you for
entertainment.
saying that. I thought you were going to say if you didn't send a really good press release.
No.
I'm so glad you finished your sentence and I didn't cut you off.
Yes, that would have been horrible. But okay, so you knew Linda from way back, right?
Yes, from back when I would be on a long chalkboard and my name would be somewhere buried in hundreds of names as I'm pacing the parking lot, waiting for my turn.
I'm familiar
ducking in to
with
go, oh, am I up yet? Nope. Go back out to the parking lot, pace some more. Go into the bathroom, run hot water over my hands because I was incredibly fearful of getting up on stage. I had incredible stage fright. And so once I figured out that there was a better way of doing that, which is chemical hand warmers, then I would put chemical hand warmers in my hand, in my pockets, and I'd go up on stage with a winter jacket and chemical hand warmers in my pocket. And so anyway, that's a little more information than what you needed.
No,
but
that's good. That's good.
But it's radio, and that's what we do. We talk.
It's internet video. Yes.
But promoting is her strong suit.
I think so too.
I'll give you an idea. The other day, her promotional technique. The other day, I gave her, actually had a plaque made for her for that New York Times article.
Oh, sweet.
And gave it to her.
That was very nice.
And she sent an email thanking me for it and happened to send it to our president and chairman. And by the time she got done with it, she turned into a full-fledged commercial. So she knows what she's doing.
Right. That's somebody's vibrating.
That's me. I'm sorry. That's my son.
Oh.
Hold on just a second. Oh.
Let's put him on there.
Hey, Mitch. Hey, guess what? I'm on the air. I'm on the radio.
Put him on speaker.
I'm putting you on speaker.
Let's
okay.
talk to him real quick.
Okay, hold on. This is Mitch. He's the one who just had a birthday. He's 19. I feel like saying, Mitch, you're on with Delilah.
Yeah.
You don't know who Delilah is.
What can I play for you, Delilah?
That's right. What is your long distance dedication, Mitch?
All right. Mitch, what's up, brother?
You gotta speak up.
What up?
What up, dude? Hey, you're talking to a fellow inliner, brother.
Who is this?
This is Bobby Friske. I'm the host of the show. You don't know me. Don't worry about it.
Oh.
But I also inline.
Today?
Huh?
I said, well, hey, how are you doing today?
I'm good. We were just talking about you in inline skating.
On what, I'm sorry?
On inline skating.
Oh.
I used to do that also. Still do on occasion.
Oh, I'm so honored that you did the same thing.
Oh, yeah. The guy I've never heard of. I'm honored, though.
That's cool.
Yeah. But, yeah, I go to Eisenberg's and places like that.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Mitch, I was telling him that you did some stand-up back in the day.
I did.
Was it are you over it, or are you, what's the deal?
I don't know. I guess I just kind of, I got excited when I was really young, and then just stopped, I guess.
All right.
You stopped at the right time. It just gets more brutal.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, Mitch, what do you think about your mom doing stand-up?
I think it's awesome.
Yeah?
I think it's great. Completely supportive.
Oh, isn't that
what
sweet?
What a good kid. What a good kid.
You will get fed tonight. Thanks, Mitch. Hey, I'll call you after the show, okay?
Huh?
I'll call you after the show.
I will do.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Love you.
Oh, we love you. We
that's
love
sweet.
you, Mitch. What a good kid.
Isn't he great?
Oh, I don't even know him that, and like I'm just touched.
Did you see the Facebook picture I posted of him washing our new little puppy?
No, I didn't see that one.
She looks like a kangaroo. Gotta
Really?
show you this picture. She looks weird. Since she was a puppy, she likes being on her back.
Yeah.
You know, like
Maybe I did see this picture.
and she just never outgrew it. She just look at this pic. This is weird. Look at that dog. Looks like
That is weird.
doesn't it look like a kangaroo?
That is totally weird. I wonder if you can see this. Is this camera on?
Looks like an alien.
It looks like Jar Jar
Can you
Binks.
see that?
It looks like an albino Jar Jar Binks from Star Wars.
Okay, well, it looks like Jar Jar Binks as a dog. From Star Wars, if you can't see
Isn't that
it.
weird?
That is a trip.
It's kind of a freaky picture because it's like his arms are down too, and
Right.
they're sitting on a toilet. So that's weird.
that is a weird picture.
I call
really.
it art.
Did you
Yeah.
get some of this?
No, sir. I cannot drink that.
Okay.
I'm allergic to wrecking cars.
Okay, that's
Oh,
good.
okay.
That is really good.
Thank you. So back to the 4 Funny Females thing. When did you actually start doing that?
The group officially, I think, formed in 2007.
Okay.
And this is our 5th season, and Saturday night is our last show of season 5. So if you're lucky enough to get another ticket, or
Yeah.
available ticket, because I think there's, last I checked, not that I do that at work, but there's a thing called the internet.
Right.
There was like 25 tickets left, I think.
That's it?
That's it.
Out of
Out of
420?
400, I think there's 427.
Right.
She sold out the last 2 shows, at least
Yeah,
the last 2. I'm not sure if not before that.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so
That's a big comedy venue. 427.
Yeah,
that's a lot of people.
Not too shabby. We're really fortunate. Very blessed.
Do you get a lot of repeat people in McKinney?
We do. Yeah. We actually get some people that kind of, I would like to liken it as like the parrot heads.
Yeah.
Without the parrot.
Right. That's
or
cool, though.
The music.
Right.
Or wearing a Hawaiian shirt. So really it's nothing like it. No, it's like they like to come back as a kind of a almost a celebratory thing.
Right.
You know, it's like people bring somebody new each time, but I've had people come like 5-6 times.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
On word of mouth, you can't beat that.
It's pretty cool.
Well, I think it's good. I think one of your strong points as a group, is that y'all don't really male bash. Like, I think some people might assume that, it's 4 women. Here comes the man bashing.
Yeah, that's really weird that people would, not that it's weird that you think that, but that is a kind of a groupthink thing. That if you have 4 women, but you wouldn't think that if it was like 5 guys that, they hate girls.
Right.
Or, 5 dogs, they hate cats. It's not, it doesn't have to be like this polar opposite thing with genders. It's just, we just happen to be, 4. I mean, the Golden Girls, they didn't hate men, I don't think.
That's a good point.
I don't know. They didn't really talk about it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
What was that? That Southern one? She liked men.
Flo?
No, the Southern one. She liked men a lot. What was her name?
Not Ruth.
Blanche.
I can Google
Blanche. Yeah.
Way to go, Steve.
So even if the others hated men, she made up for it.
Right.
So I can guarantee you that we don't hate men. But and we don't reflect that in our comedy either. It's just we basically just are 4. We just happen to be 4 women and comedians, which
not just happen to be.
Okay. It kind of happened at one time back at birth. And
back at birth.
And the thing is that it's really kind of cool that our careers have kind of evolved with the show. Yeah. And we're very supportive, which is very difficult to find, I have found in stand-up comedy, to be in an environment that's extreme, because it's extremely competitive. Yeah. There's only so many stages. Yeah. And there's only so many opportunities to get up in front of that size audience. And so the fact that we're doing that routinely and we're always cheering each other on and then when we get on the radio, we bash each other. No, I'm just kidding. So Laura's bringing it right now. No. So anyway, I'm thrilled to be part of that.
No, I agree. That's kind of when we formed the Laugh Mafia. It was the same way.
I thought that was really cool that you guys did that.
Yeah, it was like, well, we're young enough that we're not getting the stage time we want. Right. So why not make your own thing? Yeah.
Yeah, do it yourself. Make your own way.
And the great Dean Lewis was one of the big proponents of that.
Shout out to Dean Lewis.
Yes, he was like, why wait? Who are you waiting on to give you time? Go make your own time somewhere.
I totally agree.
So that's the way to do it. And packing 420 people, what do
you make it sound like we've got to shoehorn people in there. But
I stood up so somebody else could sit down last time. So
really?
Yeah.
He stood the whole time.
Standing room only. Yeah. Now we're talking. Well, okay. So y'all do that every month?
We'd like to, but right now
you're doing break.
We like to say we like to package things as boutique comedy.
I like that.
We do a limited season, which is normally 3 to 5 shows a year, and it begins in the fall and then it ends in the spring. Right. So that seems to be when people want to come out and laugh. Actually, it's just because we're in the burbs. I think there's so many other distractions. Yeah. The other times that are available, that it's just this is our sweet spot. People are on vacation in the summer, et cetera, and so.
Well, that's where your little marketing brain comes in.
Yep.
Knowing when to strike.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I don't have money to waste.
All right.
So, this is a shoestring operation, but we're making it work.
Yeah. But hey, you're getting great press.
It's cool. Hey, let me tell
reviews.
You know what's super cool? What? Did you hear that we've got a reality show that may happen out of this?
I heard a little rumbling about that.
I'm going to be.
You want to talk about it? Is it talkable?
Yeah, it's talkable. It's talkable. Okay. In March, I'm meeting with a producer, handing them a sizzle reel that they've requested. Yeah. Cool. And fingers crossed, she's going to love it and be able to pitch us to some networks. So
that'd be awesome.
Wouldn't it be cool to see us on a bus traveling to a town near you.
That'd be cool. Like the Dixie Chicks of comedy or something.
Okay.
I don't know. Well, they just to travel in their bus, and they had the big pink bus.
Yes.
You know.
Well, they are females, so I get the reference there. And then one of us will say something about America and really piss somebody off. And, and see, the marketing mind is saying, great, that's press. No press is bad press.
Right.
And so we'll draw straws and see which one wants to be the person that.
Do you believe that? No press is bad press?
Kind of.
I kind of believe it too.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, in this day and age, not to go into too much shop talk of marketing, but the news cycle is so short.
Yeah.
That, you know, I mean, look at the blunders that even major corporations, I mean, I filled up my tank with Exxon gas and they just like annihilated probably a whole species with you know, oil out in the ocean. And so anyway, and people are probably going to like BP, you know, in a short time. And so
I know, it's weird.
And those are two big.
I blame the internet. I think it's the internet that made that happen. That
you can't blame it. We're on the internet.
Well, true. That's a good point.
So we can say anything and really screw up, and it's going to be all good.
I think that immediate access made the cycle shorter. I think you're right. That's exactly what happened.
There's just too many ways to get news.
Yeah.
And that people are just almost tired of seeing it 2-3 times, and they just kind of let it go.
Yeah. So how did the New York Times thing happen? That article.
They love us.
Really?
they really, really love us.
I believe
that's called redirecting in PR.
Yes, I like that. I was totally redirecting.
Yeah. So it doesn't hurt that we've already had some media, and we are building, you know, audiences consistently.
Yeah.
And so somebody at the Times caught on to that and was like, "Hey, what's going on with these girls that are doing shows and packing people in?" So. Yeah. They contacted me out of the blue. I didn't make that happen.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought maybe you did. That's even better.
I know. It's
wow, that's pretty
crazy.
Awesome.
That is just kind of the evolution of some groundwork PR, I guess. Right. You know, once you get enough press and you got to back it up. You got to have people actually show up and spend money and like what you're doing.
Right.
But that just happened out of the blue. That was really cool.
Right. Well, I think it's interesting that y'all have so much press. Like, I use the avenues of Twitter and Facebook.
Yeah, I'm terrible at that. I post pictures of my dog getting a bath.
Right. But I'm saying you're making stuff happen despite, like, that seems to be a trend that's going to be happening as Facebook and Twitter promotion. And you're getting all these huge waves happening without it. That's pretty cool. Impressive.
I think we've been in Texas Monthly. I'm just going to brag a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Texas Monthly a couple of times because that New York Times thing reprinted to Texas Monthly. So New York Times, Texas Monthly, D Magazine with that, you know, thing that Routers, I think that's how you pronounce it. Routers. I still don't know how to pronounce it. A good thing I didn't say it to the guy that was interviewing me. You know, that happened as I was driving home from work. I got interviewed, and I had something in my eye. My eye was like scratched, and so it was. I had one hand covered over one eye, and I'm driving down Central Expressway, and I was kind of agitated, and the guy calls me on my cell phone to do the interview, and it was about, you know, this political kind of bent, and I really wasn't interested. I said, seriously, I might not be the best person for you to talk to because I really could care less. I mean, my eye hurts, and
and I'm searching for a signal. I remember you was texting that.
Yeah, and
what's
so
the best bars or whatever in Frisco.
Right, and so I was a little distracted.
Yeah,
just pain in my right eye, and then also just not that interested in the story, and also trying to negotiate my way into different lanes, you know, down Central. And then he says this, you know, he asked me these questions that I just wasn't really prepared for because it was political.
Oh, right.
And here we are. We end up in like the London Telegraph.
Really?
I mean, it was everywhere.
Weird.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because, you know, and if you're in Reuters, which is a wire service that gets picked up by everybody, I mean, we ended up in the LA Times and stuff. It was just crazy for this little group of 4 girls that, you know, it's like a reunion when we see each other because we have busy lives and day jobs and families and other things that take us away from doing our show. And then we end up, somebody in London's reading about us. This girl clearly doesn't know anything about politics. Why is she even saying anything in this article? But anyway, I do shop at Walmart, so I guess that qualified me.
Oh, well, I won't hold that against you.
So, I know.
I'm sorry.
Well,
okay,
on occasion, I shop at Walmart. I shop at Walmart so that I can be in that article.
Oh, yeah. All right. You can practice what you
That's
preach.
right.
That's hilarious. How are we doing on how's that going?
Going good on my second one.
Yeah? Okay, good. We got a little bit more.
How do you like it?
Oh my gosh, I'm a fan now.
There's a lot of
I mean, almost because it's made of, Bloody Marys are made with primarily tomato juice, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is it? What's the proportion of tomato juice versus vodka? Is that what it is?
You got me.
It's like 1.5 shots of vodka.
Okay, so it's majority tomato juice. This is like a healthy thing.
Yeah, it's like, I saw the bottom here. There's a lot of pepper in there.
Yeah.
So
I'm a big fan of pepper. I think that actually salt and pepper should be bundled together.
Yeah.
Remember I was telling you about that?
Mm-hmm.
That I think certain spices should be bundled.
You know who does? Subway does that.
I should stop slamming my hands. I
A lot of
apologize.
places put horseradish in it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, in the drink?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, we got a connoisseur here.
Give it a heat.
Seeing as you don't have much hair to shampoo, Bobby.
Yes.
This isn't applicable, but I remember I just got in this random conversation with Steve about things bundled.
Which happens often.
At work. And I was talking about shampoo and conditioner bundled together, like Pert, I think, does that. Mm-hmm. I guess a couple of them do.
Oh, right. Yep.
I don't understand that. It seems like they cancel each other out.
All right.
Doesn't it?
You got me. I haven't had shampoo in
something
years.
greasy in your hair, like conditioner, and then shampoo. The
Well,
shampoo would get rid of the conditioner, wouldn't it? It washes it out.
You're asking the wrong person.
You're a hair expert.
Yes,
I know.
Hair.
You have the
I don't get it. Dude, go ahead, feel that. That is a lot of hair.
Holy cow!
He only got a tuft.
I can't do that because she works for me.
Right. HR.
That's right. They're watching this right now. They're outside.
Yeah.
The militia.
Just waiting to shut us down.
They've got like the flak jackets on and the riot gear.
Right. Of course, the drinking.
That's how I see
drinking
HR.
probably is not helping either.
I know.
But it's a social evening, early afternoon.
This is happy hour.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly. So.
Doesn't happy hour officially
start?
Today
we should have a happy hour today.
All right, we're celebrating something work related. This is how we get away with this.
Somebody made a deposit today.
That's right. Woo!
Drink up.
That's right. We're still in business.
All right. So So do y'all always go in order?
Yes.
On the show.
Same order.
Okay. So Linda headlines, right?
Linda. It goes Jody Hadsel.
Right.
Sherry Bell.
Right.
And then Laura Bartlett.
Correction.
And then then Linda.
Uh-oh.
Wrong?
Steve's saying...
He's seen it enough times. I'm probably wrong.
You come out and you do like a 5-minute warm-up.
Well, he's talking about, I think, the set, but
No.
that is true.
well, yeah, I didn't know you did.
Did you know that Steve actually introduced me one time?
Really?
On show.
3 times.
Was it 3?
There's 3 different shows.
Are you being serious?
I announced for...
He announced. He said, and, please welcome
ladies and gentlemen.
There you go. Do it. Do it, Steve. Do
let's
the full
hear your
thing.
voice.
Let's
Go
hear
ahead.
it.
Let's hear it. Let's just give us a little bit.
Let's see. How about I do that?
Break off a piece of that.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the McKinney Performing Arts Center for 4 funny females. And everybody clap.
Right.
And then I said...
oh gosh, he's had a drink. Next time, I got a next time. Note to self: do not drink before the announcement. He didn't drink before, so it always came off without a hitch. But right now, it's a little.
So they said, "Welcome to the stage, you're the producer and founder of 44 Funny Females, Laura Bartlett."
40 funny females.
We've expanded. We each got like 10 seconds. Get up, get off. We're giving the light. It looks like a strobe light because we're getting people on and off the stage.
Oh, I had it all written down in front of me when I did. This was like a year ago.
Oh, yeah.
I love it, though, Steve. That's a great idea. 40 funny females. You got to
You
keep
can
the
have an
alliteration.
open mic. 40 funny females open mic. Earn a little extra income and a lot more headache.
So we got 4, 5, 40, 450,
Right.
4,000.
Yeah, you can.
The possibilities are endless.
Yeah, you need to trademark all that.
I know.
You need to make that happen.
I'm a big fan of alliteration.
Yeah.
How did you end up with laugh? I'm going to ask you some questions.
Okay.
You're a big fan of black, by the way. I am too.
Yes, I am.
Steve, is it not true? I wear black almost every day. I wore black yesterday.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder if people at work know that I am wearing the same outfit.
I think the same thing. Cause
I'm a uniform kind of person. I could have easily been military, I guess, because
Really?
I wear black on black, and sometimes I wear black and then tan, and then tan and then black. I just reverse
Right.
it because I hope that people aren't following like my wardrobe changes throughout the week, and I hope they get confused. But it is the same colors, just different.
Yeah, it's
different parts of the body. I'm wearing them.
I don't even do different parts. It's black jeans and shoes. That's it.
I would do that every day if I could.
Yeah.
So why
I do
the
that?
black? Why the black?
It's slimming, sir.
That too. It makes. I think everybody looks good in black.
I do too.
And it's easy. It's like you don't have to be like in a mood to wear. So,
right? we can't.
Why would the questions?
The black hair people, Steve.
That's right.
Their hair color.
Or
you're a hair racist. You got to be careful.
Yeah.
About
Or
that.
what if you have no hair, Bobby? Yeah. See, it goes with everything. Right. Any, and none.
Right. Black is the new black.
Any and none.
Hair colors. No, I wear a lot of black at work. And I would wear this totally. What you're wearing, I'd wear that every day if I could. And I love your glasses, by the way.
Thank you. These I don't want to brag, but these are from the 1950s.
Are they?
They're called Apollo series. Like
somebody took really good care of those.
Yeah,
from the 50s.
There's a guy he has a website, eyeglassboy.com. I shouldn't tell people because I don't want them to have them, but he collects like NASA era glasses.
Are you serious that these are really back in the 50s?
Yeah.
I was just kidding that somebody took good care of it.
And he finds them like on eBay and stuff.
These pants are from the 50s.
Really?
I would believe it. I don't get rid of anything. And I hate shopping. I hate shopping. I'm going to make a really good girlfriend to somebody because I really don't like shopping. And
so Laura's single people.
Single ladies.
Of course, there's a lot of comics listening. You want to date a comic?
What's that?
Do you want to date a comic?
No.
We have a lot of comics.
See, guys don't. I don't think guys like funny girls typically.
Really?
Do you like funny girls? You do?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Jedi likes.
You do?
Cordell?
Okay. Well, you have to be kind of. There's a niche market for me, obviously, but by and large, I think that it's a little intimidating.
Really?
Mm-hmm. These guys are obviously very self-assured.
Right.
And confident men. Right. So.
I guess
and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for
that.
I could probably date another comic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. You know how comics are.
Yeah. What about
they have big egos, so that would get in the way.
If you're funnier than them, it's going to cause trauma.
And they can be moody. Maybe an actor. Actors are up for grabs. Any actors listening? My number is 555 1212.
Yeah.
That's right. Available. Wait, that's too many. That's too many letters.
You can say it though. Available. And then if they can't figure out,
trust me, nobody's texting that right now or figuring out what those letters mean. Like, she's a comic and she's not very funny, so I'm not gonna bother with what they're saying.
How long have you been single? Let's talk about it. Do you want to talk about it or no?
This is like Delilah.
Yeah.
What is your long distance dedication? It's like for a while now. I've been divorced for years, and then my kids were a big priority. I say they were until this last phone call. That's the last time I'm talking to my son. Now I'm free. No, I mean he just turned 19, so I kind of want to keep things not complicated for them, and
that's admirable.
Yeah, well, didn't want the revolving door bedroom door thing. No, I'm just kidding.
Right?
How creepy for kids. No. So anyway, they were a priority, and
we called that roulette daddy when I was young.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
It has a name.
Yeah.
It almost feels like you should get money at the end. Is there a possibility?
Get something. Well, there's like at least a consolation prize or something.
So is there like red and black involved or anything?
No. It's just wherever it stops. Oh, that's daddy for now.
Cool. We got a winner.
I'm actually kidding. But we did call it roulette daddy. My mom and dad, they separated and they got back together. They did that thing a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Your mom and dad?
Yeah.
I at times wish mine would. Dude, just take a break. Take a break from dad for a while.
Yeah, they did the whole thing, and dad had the pleather disco, bachelorette pad. I'm like, you're from the country,
serious?
Dude. Like, you wear ropers and you got a disco ball.
That's hilarious. Today I just read that you're from Lubbock.
Yeah.
I would never have guessed that.
Well, thank you. No, I actually love Lubbock.
You have really reinvented yourself.
Oh, thank you.
Were you wearing like ropers and Wranglers
like
just a year ago?
Yeah, no, not a year ago, but I did have a phase. I actually wore Texas Tech roper boots. And
are you serious?
Yeah, I had
the
cowboy hat. No, I didn't go take one to South Plains.
Okay. Well, you'd feel really fit into our culture, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, we're big. Are you hiring?
Yeah, you probably would. Although I don't think jeans is really banking attire, and you can't lose that.
Well, it depends on what position it is.
Excuse me?
Janitorial?
We have what is it, the couriers that go around?
Do they wear jeans? I don't think they wear jeans. Can they?
Yeah.
Man, is there an opening? That sounds really good.
So your slacks,
but you can't wear black jeans. You can't wear black jeans, though.
I would wear jeans. Jeans would be fine. I would trade in black pants for jeans any day.
Because you're kind of a casual girl, right? Like you're a Converse jeans kind of girl, right?
Yeah.
That's.
I don't know how to take that.
That's a compliment.
You're sloppy.
No,
you're lazy.
That's a good look.
That's usually what that means.
No, it's a good look. I love the Converse.
Yeah.
This is stupid.
Yeah, you got some Nike shoes.
No, these are Pumas. But
those Pumas?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Speaking of,
oh yeah, those are Pumas.
Like retro. These are re-releases.
Those look like retro.
They're retro from the '80s.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Selleck wore these on Magnum PI. It's the same ones.
That's too cool.
Not the same shoes, but the same style.
I thought you were just carrying the trend with your shoes.
No, I swear, I didn't like plan it.
No, what I'm saying is like,
just
like you wear other people's stuff.
Yeah, like my underwear.
Who wore that shirt? Yeah. Underwear.
Is the guy
goes
who
back to the
Robin.
30s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Back when people hand wash things.
Landon Kirksey is here. Come in. Sorry, we got to.
Is he looking for that secret panel with the security code or whatever? No, I couldn't find that. Is there some place to punch in a code?
Yeah, right when you walk up the stairs.
Oh, we came up the elevator.
Yeah, I came up the elevator and
the door's open.
Is he at the door?
Front door. It's not locked.
3.3. Oh, it's not locked. He's probably just looking at it.
You just let
the
attacker know that we're vulnerable.
Right. Yeah, it's not really landing.
Come in. We're not really prepared for the strangling.
Are you gonna have some more Bloody Mary there?
I was gonna give it to her.
Oh no, go ahead. Polish it off. No, look, I've already got plenty.
You're a good boss.
He is a good boss.
Yeah.
I worked for this guy for like how many years? 10 years.
Oh, really?
Man,
that's great.
It's a long time.
It is a long time.
I've aged before his eyes.
Oh,
it's nice.
I think it's the other way around.
It's nice to be gainfully employed and do comedy.
That is a plus.
So that you can do it your own way and not take maybe things you don't want to have to do.
Right. Yeah. Because I think it's a big misnomer that people think if you're a comedian,
what do they think?
They think you're making your living as a comedian.
Yeah.
Like I've had people come up all the time. Like, so, you're making your living. Like, dude, I've had.
No, I throw papers.
Yeah. Like they don't realize what it takes to make a living as a comedian. Like,
right.
You have to have a day job, or couch surf.
Or couch surf, right?
Yeah, for a while until you start making a little bit of cash.
Yeah, it takes a while.
Yeah. So I had a guy. I was at the dentist, of course. Long story, and he was giving me nitrous, but he's like, "So you write new material every night for the show?" I'm like, "No, no, that's not quite." So I guess you start losing perception of what people think a comedian is.
How do you probably get this a lot? Every comedian does that. People just when they find out that you do comedy, they want to tell you their story.
Yeah.
This funny thing that happened with their cat, or you won't believe what happened at work, or you got to use this.
Yeah,
this is so good. You got to use this. It's like it's not my story. It didn't happen to me. It's not. It's hard to tell them that that's something I can't use.
Yeah,
and they don't get it because it was hysterical to them.
Right. And
it could be very funny, but it's telling somebody else's story. It's almost like let me tell you what my neighbor's dream was last night. It was.
Right. Yeah,
hold on, it's going to get good. It's just weird.
And then my cousin Stacy.
It was a really good dream.
Nephew, yeah. You
won't believe the ending. It's like, you mean you didn't dream that? No, but it's funny, isn't it?
I guess maybe because you're like me. We're story-based comedians, so maybe other people. I don't know if they take it or not, but like I'm the same way. I'm like, I thank you, for the offer. But
even just funny observations, I just can't. It just feels like it's hacky. I can't.
It doesn't feel right. And you know what? My first year, I would do stuff like that.
I can build on something that I had the original premise. For instance,
exactly.
I do this thing on. The My Baby Can Read DVDs. I think they're just so weird because they're babies,
right?
And they can barely keep their head up, but they can read. And so I do this thing with that, but I actually built some tags, and that was kind of a collaboration with me and Chuck Kaysen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I remember we were at. There's actually a YouTube video of it on. It says Chuck Kaysen and Laura Bartlett at Dickey's Barbecue. He was in town from L.A. And I said, Chuck, I got this new bit or whatever. Tell me if you can. What do you think of it? And anyway, so we worked on that together, and it is what it is now because we worked on it together. It wasn't. Right. There's little bits and pieces that are Chuck, and but the original premise was mine.
All right.
but it has to start with.
I agree.
With the premise being mine.
Yeah. I fought it for a long time. I wouldn't take anybody's anything
I'll take their tags.
Yeah.
I'll take their tags every day.
At first I wouldn't know. I was like, no, it has to come from me.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, wait, these people that are your comedy buddies are here to help, be like open to things like that. Like,
have you heard my pet adoption bit?
Yes.
About pet adoption being weird, because it implies there's some other way to get a dog. And that that premise was actually my sister's.
Oh, yeah.
It was my sister's premise. Yeah. And she's a lawyer. So it shows you that funny can come from anywhere.
Right.
And I figure since that's kind of like 1 degree of separation, I can do that. Right. It doesn't, because I don't know, it just doesn't seem like it's hacky. It's kind of like we both talk about what's weird and what bothers us because we're sisters so much. We talk about 5-6 times a day. Right. That didn't seem weird. But the tags I added, but the original premise, I was like, that is kind of weird, Yeah. But if somebody else had walked up to me off the street and said, you know what's weird, you got to use this. Right. I wouldn't have used it.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's just, and to me, when I was trying stuff like that, like year one, it never felt real.
Steve, what do you do? How do you feel about hacking material?
Right.
That's called. Probably some kind of security breach in banking when we start talking about hacky stuff.
Yeah, hacking into the bank.
Right.
Have you ever done a show for the bank or anything?
Oh, a talent show.
Those are our early years.
Those are, man, bad.
That was one of our first stand-ups.
The early days are brutal,
right. Yeah.
And I can't stand to even look at that. I have a tape of it because I wanted to see, what it looked like from somebody else's perspective, and it was exactly the way I expected it. Bad. Yes.
You were very young at it then.
It's so brutal.
How much time did you do?
So brutal.
On that one.
How many minutes did I do? Like 10 minutes?
10,
15 minutes.
And
it was for corporate. It's for, 200, maybe 200 people at like some kind of, there's the HR people are out there and they're actually voting at the talent show. It just is such a weird, surreal kind of feeling.
Right.
They're not there for comedy. They're there for the guy doing the Broadway singing number, or somebody most people are singers, right?
Singers, yeah.
And so I'm not saying that I had any right winning at all, but it was just it's a weird environment to walk into. So you're already kind of self-conscious, and then you add that on top of it.
So you did win?
No.
Oh.
For the record.
Who won, the harmonica guy that plays with his arm?
Yeah, the guy who played the saw.
Right. Do you remember who won?
It was some kind of beatboxer. No, I'm just kidding. I had a banking talent show.
I don't remember. I really don't remember who won.
Look how I can count money. No, it was a teller. No, it was, I think it was a singer.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Do they still do the show? The talent show?
No, they quit doing it.
No, they quit. I think it was the year I did it. They quit.
No, they did it 2 years.
This is a really bad idea.
They did it 2 years, and then they just kind of lost traction on it, I'd have to say.
No, that's very politically correct. Yeah. They lost traction. Like if our show stinks this next show and we just totally annihilate our audience, alienate them, I'll say that we lost traction.
All right. So when does the season start back up?
I don't have anything like firm dates for the next year, but probably, as usual, September, October, somewhere in that area.
Well, do you want to plug the
show?
Yeah, totally.
Absolutely. Like I said, please come out to the show and stand in line and then get turned away because we're probably out of tickets. But we had like 25 tickets this morning
That's
left.
A great problem to have.
Yeah. I wish I had a camera on it. Being the publicist kind of personality, I'd love a camera. People going, what? And getting really pissed and going, you know how far I drove from walking distance. But no, we have people come from we've had people come from Houston, from Austin.
Really? Yeah.
Well, of course, there are people that are in town because they're visiting family, but we had someone come from Florida and Minnesota, so I'll say that was ours.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
They may have been there just to see their aunt, but they did stop in and see the show while they're in town. But no, most of our audience is DFW area, outside of McKinney.
Yeah.
So
outside. Yeah.
Outside of McKinney. Yeah. So we're drawing.
I was wondering, what was your core audience? I would assume that it would be a lot of McKinney, but outside it's good.
Yeah. I would say core is 30 miles outside of McKinney. McKinney, 30 miles ring around McKinney.
Right.
And then, we get people from Oak Cliff. We'll ask, is somebody here from X, Y, or Z city?
Right.
And shout out some names. And And they're like, yeah, Bedford, really? You know,
Right.
Waxahachie, yes. It may just be one lone voice, but I think it's just a lot of good word of mouth.
That's good. Do it.
So it's at 8 o'clock Saturday night at the McKinney Performing Arts Center.
Can they still get them online?
They can go to McKinneyPerformingArtsCenter.org
Okay.
and check to see if there are tickets. That's the best way to do it. Just go online and see if there's any tickets available, because there's a little drop down thing that tells you how many tickets are available when you go to click to buy. And if there's 0, obviously don't waste your time and come down.
All right.
Unless you want to be on.
You don't hold any at the door?
No.
Okay.
Nope. So you could be lucky and somebody didn't show up and they just couldn't get there for their tickets that they already bought online or something like that. But I wouldn't risk it.
All right. You should have like VIP side stage. People are doing that.
Nice. Yeah. You know what I thought of doing is having some big cushy chairs, like those theater chairs, and put them up on the side of the stage with the little cup holders. You know what I'm talking about? Like these big media rooms and stuff. Yeah. I thought of doing that, like having 2 or 3 of those up on the stage. So, because, you know, the seats, it's a historical venue. If people aren't familiar, it's this old 18th century courtroom. And it has a wraparound balcony, and all the seats are like fold down original wood chairs. And, you know, those would be the VIP seats. The leather, cushy, wider than your actual butt, padded. And so anyway, I thought that would be really cool. But don't let that discourage you, those historical seats. Well, you go to that's the thing that I hear is like, it's a historical venue. Why would anybody want to sit there for like an hour and a half to see anything? And it's like, well, you sit in a park. I see. Better yet, you sit at Starbucks. I have never seen a pad on any of those seats, and I've seen people camp for hours. And they will shift uncomfortably, but they're still there.
They can hang in there
hour after hour. Yeah, and those are hard seats. Starbucks. They're not a sponsor.
Or maybe y'all should sell like 4 funny females cushions, seat cushions.
That's novel. Actually, you know what? This last show, the Performing Arts Center got wise to the fact that might be a problem, and they provided cushions. Really? What's so funny was, like, when we first got started, they would say for a donation of like $1, you can have a cushion. They're like these paper thin cushions. They were ridiculous. It was a joke. You would have to like triple, like a triple ply cushion kind of action, and you'd still feel the wood. But anyway, so they got wise and they bought some substantial.
Oh, that's cool.
Seat cushions.
And you get them for $1?
That's really boring talking about seat cushions on the air. What just went through my mind was, how does this sound to the listener? That's awful. Let's talk about radiator hoses. Or do you ever have that hinge at home that just squeaks?
All right.
I do.
Did y'all start? Didn't y'all do a show at the Eisman? Or am I wrong?
We did. You guys, the Laugh Mafia does the Eisman all the time, right?
Yeah, that's our.
They're nice people. Shout out to the Eisman. I love the staff there. They're really nice. Philip Nelson. Yep. Great guy.
Yep. They I'll tell a story that's going to sound bad, but it actually.
Does it involve seat cushions?
No, it doesn't.
I don't want to hear.
Okay, sorry. We'll talk about it next time. No, actually, they made a major mistake on our second show. And I was mad. I was livid, right? And they came together. They busted their butts to make it right, and they made it way right. Like they went over the top.
Yeah,
like that's cool. I was so happy with them.
I like that they have a mini fridge.
Yeah,
we don't have a mini fridge in our green room yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I am mad as hell. No, I demand a mini fridge. I don't know what I put in there. I just want one.
Right.
It's
give us some bloody.
The Eisman has one. Right. Why don't you give us one? I actually said that recently. Yeah, and they're like, oh, what do you need? Water? Okay. Right. And a Sprite. Our headliner needs a Sprite. She's very temperamental.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Linda.
Don't you piss off Linda Stogner. She can be a bear.
A monster when she's mad. Yeah. Watch out.
Yeah. You thought Mariah Carey, whatever.
Right. If y'all don't know, that's sarcasm. Linda
is very sarcastic.
Mean
very
bone
sarcastic.
In her body.
That's right. I'm glad that this is actually being videotaped, because sarcasm sometimes is hard to tell, hard to perceive, like in emails I've found.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you put that little SARC.
Yeah.
Very dangerous, because I'm quite sarcastic, and
and
some people don't find that funny, and they get offended.
Right.
Sorry, Steve.
Does she piss you off? No. You seem like the perfect guy as a boss, dude.
Oh, he's awesome, man. Doesn't everybody want? He's up for hire for boss.
No,
anybody want? I'm going to run him out as a boss. Run a boss.
Yeah.
It's probably a great idea. Just like rent a puppy, because I have a puppy.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, there are nights that I don't want a puppy.
Right.
Because puppies are a handful. They're a lot of work.
Yeah.
They're cute and cuddly at first, but then it's like, I gotta take them out again.
I know, dude.
You know what I mean? Or the barking or whatever the issue is. And so if you could rent them out for a day.
Right.
What do you think a good price for that would be? Like $10, $20?
$20, yeah.
And they're not people. You don't have to do like background checks, do you? I mean, you don't have to like get a driver's license.
I don't know. Our dog might need a background check. She's a little bit of a mess. But
I'm talking about the people renting them. Renting them kind of like, you would for like if you rented a car, you have to get,
right.
And then you'd say, would you want insurance on this dog? Things like that. Because they always get you that on that, like for Hertz or whatever. They always
like
ask you
poop protection.
Right.
Stuff like
would
that.
you like for damage to the dog.
Right.
Like you walk around the dog to see if there's any dings or dents.
Right. Yeah.
There's like a picture. Yeah, that's right. Circle the areas. Hey, this wasn't here.
Right.
This extra arm.
That's
weird.
We went from cushions to dog.
I know. Okay. Well, that's dogs, puppies especially are very friendly.
I've said this.
Topic.
I don't see how anybody raises a kid. Our dog has to go out 3 to 5 times a day, and man, I'm like, I can't take it like that. I'm like, really?
That's true. I don't take my kids out that often.
Okay, well.
So I probably am a bad parent.
Oh, well. They can probably hold it, though.
Well, they're adults, so they can hold it for 5 hours, I heard.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's good.
When they were babies, it was more like, minutes. But.
Right. Well, now we're just getting ridiculous.
What? Ridiculous?
Not that it wasn't
just
ridiculous
now?
before. Yeah, right.
Where were you like 30 minutes ago?
Right. Okay, so, why did y'all stop? Did you just go to the Eisman one time? Mm-hmm. I'm just curious why.
Well, we did the Eisman kind of just to feel out a different venue, and we liked it. It was just for us the Performing Arts Center it feels so intimate, and and I'm from McKinney, and I'm lazy and I don't want to drive. So that's really where I'm going with this. I really would like to wake up, roll out of bed like around noon, and then walk to the show 30 minutes before. Yeah. So it's really about me. The Eisman, there's nothing wrong with the Eisman.
Yeah. That's
the Eisman's just not a block away from where I live.
Right. That's the only not the only reason we picked it, but
no. And the staff at the Impact, I'm going to shout out to the staff. They're fantastic. Yeah. They will go above and beyond. I mean, I've had some weird promotional kind of things that I've done, and they can just react on the fly and not go, Laura, not again. What are you doing this time, a day before the show or a week before the show? But they respond and react so quickly and are so good to me. So the city of McKinney, the city council, however, pulling my yard signs up. What's with that? It's ridiculous. They have some really weird rules.
Really?
Yeah, it's like there's no marquee.
Whole homeowner thing?
There's no, I'm talking about outside the venue.
Oh.
There's no marquee because it's a historical venue.
Oh, because I saw your vinyl thing. Can you not put that up?
Well, I have a relationship with the restaurant that I do that with. Okay. If I didn't have the relationship with that well-cultivated relationship, then I would have no signage.
Wow.
I'd have no signage. So, fortunately, I eat a lot of waffles there.
Right.
And chocolate chips, I highly recommend it with whipped cream. And if I didn't have that relationship, then I wouldn't be able to put it on such a nice piece of property, which is the corner, directly across from the venue. But the venue that we're in, the theater, is a courthouse. Right. So it looks like a courthouse. Nobody knows what it is. It's like some sort of mystery. It's like a geocaching, trying to find the place. Right. And once you do, you don't know which door to go in because it's got a door on every side of the building and it looks identical. And it's just weird. Right. And there's no marquee. So there's nothing saying there's a comedy show here. So I bought these little signs, these little like yard signs, like, garage sale sign looking things, but they're not, you know what I mean? Yeah. It said comedy show. And I put them in the last show into the ground, and they said they were illegal. City, wouldn't find me or pull them out. Well, they pulled them out, unbeknownst to me, like a week before the show, and they didn't tell me where they took them.
Oh, geez.
It's like, we don't know anything about signs. And so I'm not spending another dime on signage for my show. You're just going to have to figure out when we're coming up there next.
Well, it doesn't sound like you need it, though, if you're already almost sold out.
Right. Yeah.
So, I think...
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm probably... but it's just kind of the principle of the thing.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not it's not conducive to having a professional show if you pull the sign away. I I mean, I like Taco Bell, and I could probably make out the shape of Taco Bell, but it kind of helps to know that it's Taco Bell when I pull up to.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's so weird. Anyway, so that's my pet peeve. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. Is that. And we just recently got parking.
Really?
For the cast. I made a
You
kind
didn't
of.
have that?
I raised my voice a little bit.
Well, good.
To the powers to be and said, why do we have to run like blocks away from the show to show up to our own show? You know, that's weird. And so anyway, they go, okay, I think we could work on this 5 years later.
Oh, right.
And so now we got construction cones,
Nice.
you know, that say event parking. But anyway, I'm kind of bitching and moaning right now.
Yeah, that's bitching. If that's your bitching, I think everything's fine.
I'm a diva. I would like to park, a couple blocks closer.
Right.
But anyway, so they're accommodating the show, and we're gonna have actual spaces.
Cool. And y'all filmed the last one, is that right?
We filmed the last one. We're gonna do a little bit more filming.
Yeah.
For some like B-roll stuff that we didn't get that we need for the sizzle reel.
All right.
Industry term for like a trailer.
All right.
And then that little 3 or 4 minute trailer then gets shown to different network executives, and they decide whether or not let's stick them on a bus and tour them around and put them in weird, awkward situations and make it look like they hate each other.
Yeah.
That's really what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And we hope we get to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I love my job, but that sounds like fun. And so anyway.
Steve, what would you do if she took off, skyrocketed and took off?
I'd be a big supporter.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Nice.
I always told her it's a flower of dreams.
And that's sweet.
You're like a big dad.
Who has a boss like that?
Right?
Did you hear that?
Like a big dad. He couldn't say dad. He had to say like a really enormous dad.
Well, you're of larger stature. Not
No,
burly.
I'm big.
Burly.
Burly, yes.
Yeah.
A burly banker.
Yes. I don't want to
In spite of myself.
get into OSHA things. Of course, I don't work for where y'all work, but anyway.
No,
Well, plug it one more time.
Okay,
just in
thank
case.
you. For Funny Females, McKinney, Texas, just 30 miles north on Central Expressway. Exit Virginia Parkway, and go through the scenic rolling hills of the McKinney's historic downtown, and you will end up at a very nondescript building that is a courthouse with a statue of some guy pointing at the sky, and that is where we're at. That's the 18th century courthouse, or now what they relabeled as the McKinney Performing Arts Center, and we're going to be there at 8 o'clock. That's when the show starts. Ticket box office opens at 7 o'clock. Of course, you can visit our website, forfunnyfemales.com, and spell out 4. Don't get pissed at me that I didn't put a number 4. It's FOUR, funnyfemales.com. And we always have our schedule up there. And, of course, anything else that pertains to us.
Cool. Well, awesome. Thank you so
you,
much
Bobby, for having
finally
me.
getting you in here.
Oh.
Tough person to schedule.
And I would like to plug Bobby Frisch. Please
Bobby
tune into
Frisch.
his show. Please tune into the show you're already listening to.
Yes, please.
Again.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, that's right. No, he did a fantastic. The flyer that you will see on our on a lot of our publicity is the one that he did. Do you mind if I say that?
No.
Okay.
No.
He's a fantastic graphic artist.
Thank
Very
you.
talented. I know my limitations, and I knew I could not do that. It would look like some sort of like third grader got a hold of paint, which is what I normally do at work. All those things I send, Steve, that's paint. Anyway, which is not anywhere near the level of competency that you have. So
I very much appreciate it.
Very skilled.
Well, Steve, do you have a good time, brother?
I did.
Good.
Yeah.
Are you hammered? Are you okay to drive?
Oh, I'm fine.
Okay.
He's glazed over.
We got a futon in the back. You can take a few minutes.
I saw another room. Is that where people like recover from your show?
Yeah, from all the hardcore grilling they get.
That's right. I'm so nervous.
Well, this is a big surprise and a lot of fun.
So. Oh, good.
Yeah.
We tried.
This can be ticked off his bucket list.
Yeah.
Being on the radio.
Yep.
And you can come back if you want.
Thanks.
Next, we're doing skydiving, me and Steve. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I thought you were serious for a second.
I'm just kidding.
No.
What else is on your bucket list? What is it?
Yeah, give us one more. What else you got on there?
Where's the guy that's on the cheaters?
You got to be. That's hilarious.
Wait, are you married?
See, what a kidder. Listen to him.
Yeah, I'm married.
You got to have a boss like that if you're a comic.
Right, no doubt.
Understand
That's hilarious.
sarcasm, etc.
Well, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. Thanks again, Laura.
Thank you, Bobby
Thanks again,
Frisch.
Steve. And we'll see you in a minute.
Bye.
Okay, is it Friske or 1, 2.
This is life in a new key, this movement that I'm feeling, changing times and changing me, it's bound to leave you real. Just listen up and listen in, it's all in the peace I found in this crazy life I'm living in. See 5 long years to spin in and out of me, staring at an image that knows nothing, and I'm spent, got nothing to lose. Oh, and everybody just trying to tell for me that I gotta make a move, and I'm ready. Oh, I'm ready. Start over again. You can't do this and you can't do that, and if you try you'll fall so flat, and it's not up to you. So change all of this and change these things, and maybe someday you'll amount to something and do what you gotta do. And I'm ready. Oh, I'm ready to start over again. So find my world and find my stage, and maybe go a different way than what it is I'm told to do. Take back my world, take back my stage, while all along I sit and play these foolish songs just for you. And I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready, ready, ready. And I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready, ready, ready. Start over again. This is life. This is life. This is life. Oh, this is life. This is life. Oh, this is life. In a new key.
Hey, we're back. What's up, everybody? We've switched. Laura and her boss took off. Now we've got Clint Pockoworth and Landon Kirksey.
Yo.
What's up, people?
Hello, Bobby. How are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you? Thank you.
I am awesome.
Yeah. I forget you have radio experience.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
John and Pugs?
Pugs and Kelly.
Pugs and Kelly. John and
Back in the
John
golden
and
days
Pugs.
of 105.3.
Right. Like
the talk
6
that
months
rocks.
ago. Yeah. Jedi was, he worked with Jagger and them for a long time.
Yeah, that was, I left right before it switched over to Live 105.3 when they started rebranding all of them.
You were there.
Were you? Because I was the producer for Howard Stern, and then I got fired because I couldn't show up at 5:30 in the morning.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Here in town?
Yeah, well, I mean, you use the title producer, but you just run the board.
Right.
So you got replaced by Christy then. Did you know Christy?
Yeah, she...
Dude, I actually got her fired.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't
Here we go. Now the trash talk is happening.
Yeah, man, she was awful.
Do you want to mention her last name? Do you want to go ahead and burn her?
Dude, I don't even know her last name, but let me tell you, her name is Christy, and she was so bad that we called her the Stump. She looked like a stump, and she had the attitude of a fucking stump.
Really?
Yeah, she was a negative piece of crap, man.
No, she was... she worked there. She was a part of the Miss Show, and they had been the late night show. They would switch out late night shows every 3 months or so.
All right.
And then when I got hired for Howard Stern, it was right after what we called Black Tuesday, when they fired like 9 people, including the assistant program director. And then, radio sucks.
Yeah,
like this is cool that we can do this now with the internet and stuff. But back then, as much money as that station made, and as shittily as they treated like, I don't know, 95% of the people that work there. It was kind of...
I mean, you're absolutely right, and that's one of the reasons why I'm glad I'm out of the business. However, I wanted one more old school. You were obviously there with Lee. Harris, Mr. Lee.
Yes.
Loved that guy.
Yeah.
He was like hardcore, but he was also real cool. Like, he would get on your ass and like literally like yell at you.
Right.
But then at the end of the day, like, you just
as long as you were
Lee.
white and a man, he treated you with respect.
Oh, yeah.
He looked like Dr. Johnny Fever ate the rest of the cast of WRKP in Cincinnati.
WRKP.
I thought he looked like
RKP.
What's the guy with the ARP commercials?
Wilford Brimley?
Yeah.
A little bit. Here's the thing. He was like a roadie for like 38 Special or some band like that back in the day. He played bass. And so when I was on Pugs and Kelly, they had whoever was at the Improv on the show, usually every Thursday and Friday.
Right.
And so Mitch Hedberg was in town, and he wanted a bass player to kind of just do like some jazz improvisation stuff. And Lee's like, well, I'm a bass player. I can play bass. So he goes up. He brings his stand-up bass to the Improv. It was the first show.
Was this like 05?
No, this was like 03, I think. Okay. Mitch Hedberg comes out, and this motherfucker starts playing the James Bond theme. And immediately Mitch is like, no, that's not what I would get you and your bass out of this club.
Did you see it or just hear that?
Yeah, I back then I actually went to a lot of shows. I've been lurking around the Improv for probably 10 or 11 years now.
Really?
It's kind of... I've only been doing comedy for a little over a year. But
right. How old are you?
29.
Okay. Yeah, you've sprouted quickly, young lad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, part of my job when I was in radio, I didn't show up on time, and I wasn't good at taking directions or listening to people or picking up food.
That translates into comedy.
But I was a good writer, and they liked that, and I had to crank out kind of like if you worked for The Tonight Show, I'd have to write like 30. We had this ridiculous game that our producer made where he watched like something on ESPN, and he came up with the idea called the Vault, where it was just rapid fire questions for 3 minutes, and then it was like callers versus each other. So for this game, I had to write like 30 current events, kind of not just jokes, but like funny questions, which is a little more difficult to do, but it gets you in that mindset of writing all the time. And even after I wasn't a official employee of the radio station, I would still write stuff for them, come up with funny sketches and stuff. So it's not like I'm just, a lot of like younger guys when they start off, they're just like, well, all my friends think I'm funny or whatever, and they're still learning how to do that. But I was kind of already in the mindset, and I was older. I think being older helps to a certain degree.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like you don't want to start off like 45 or something like that, like a midlife crisis type thing.
That's when I started.
But if you're talking about stuff, it helps to have lived life a little bit.
I don't think I could have done it at 29.
The kids are fucking stupid. Quit wasting people's time at open mics. If you're still in high school or college.
The problem with that is, like, when you're young, you don't have any, like, inhibitions or fear. Like, you don't think, like, oh, I shouldn't say this thing or whatever, so you end up saying a bunch of dumb shit. But you don't have the life experience to back it up. Like, you have no further. You can just, I said a dumb thing, and then that's it. Whereas then you get older, and you have to kind of
lose
reharness
that enthusiasm.
You lose the enthusiasm. You start getting cynical. You have to reharness the thing to, like, well, now, hey, remember, I can still say dumb shit on stage and have fun with it. And now I have the knowledge to sort of back it up.
Well, how old are you, Landon?
I'll be 30 this year. I'm 29.
Okay. Well, so
me too.
Here's
to
we did
the
it.
next decade.
I'm almost.
I'm just as surprised as anybody.
So like, kind of give it. You run the open mic at
Dallas Comedy House.
Yeah,
sure.
And you're an improviser and you're a comedian.
That's correct.
Just want to give your background.
All
a
those
bit.
things.
Right.
Yeah,
and also a kick-ass improv teacher.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I didn't think that improvisation was going to factor so heavily in my career or job or whatever.
Okay.
I never thought, because I did, my background was Second City and stuff like that. So, and that's really more using improvisation to get to writing.
Right.
So it was, sketch shows and it's all that other stuff.
You actually did the full thing at Second City, right?
Oh yeah. I did the whole deal, and then. But when I left, when I left Chicago, I was pretty much done with like improv in general. Like, I was like, man, this is, because you get frustrated. Like, there's a certain mentality with an improviser, which is still totally true, of like, all I had to do is roll up and then do a show, right? Like, and then that's it, and then it's over, and let's go drink. Like, there's no like permanence. You don't find like, hey, let's create something to like, and then maybe sell it to somebody, right? Like. So there was a little frustration there, and so when I left Chicago, I was like, I'm ready to be around people who are ready to like do something else, you know. And so that was what I tried to do, but that also didn't work.
Did you come here from Chicago?
No, I went to New York.
Okay.
So
that's right. Yeah, you told me that.
But New York was it's one of those things where it's a lesson I guess you have to learn. It's like, hey man, there's no like geographical solution to anything, right? Like, you can't go somewhere and then automatically be better at something. Like, you kind of have to just work at something for a while, no matter what you do. So, and also you're going to find people that you like and don't like everywhere. So, I mean, it's just one of those things where I was dumb.
Yeah.
So,
I think it's weird just starting off in comedy and now being exposed to the improv group that there's not a lot of meshing. I don't understand why. I think you're anti-improv, right?
I'm not. I actually want to take improv classes.
Dude,
I don't enjoy going to improv shows, but I would like to learn more about it. And it does seem, because I've always been interested in sketch comedy.
Right.
Because I mean, when I was a little kid, I wanted to be a filmmaker, and I've always worked with video. So having that kind of stuff, sketch comedy seems like kind of the easiest way to break out of just stand up, because it's short. You can make it on your own. It doesn't cost that much. It's not like doing a short film or a feature. But I'm not an actor at all.
Right.
And so, but I am interested in just learning about it. I don't, there's a lot of things where I'll be like, fuck that. But I don't really write anything off. I'll tell other people to write it off. But I still like to study it and dissect it.
Yeah, you have a big,
I like
that.
I like to know how things work before I definitively say, "Oh, fuck that,
dude."
it's stupid."
I will tell you, like I've told Landon this, and I think I've told on the show before, but so what? It's free. The deal is, I fought up until I started taking your class. I fought taking improv classes, and now that I've done it, I fucking love it.
Really?
Like I can already tell a difference in my comedy on stage. And we've been doing, what, 6-7 weeks?
Yeah. Well, that's good, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, Paco, like, I totally get where you're coming from, because I think improvisation gets kind of a bad name.
Yeah.
And it does, and it's kind of improv's fault. Like, there's a lot of, like, every time I see somebody making fun of improv, like whenever, you remember in The Office a long time ago when Steve Carell's character went to an improv class?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
he always has the gun.
And he had the gun, and he was always busting in and things like that. Like, that's kind of the deal. Like,
right.
there can be a lot of that. And then also, you know, people shit on, like, whose line is it anyway and all that stuff in the improv community. But for a lot of audiences, like, that's what they know improvisation as.
Right.
Like, playing games and doing shit like that and whatever. And part of it is great. Like, it can be great.
Do you think part of that, though, is because there's not really a kind of improv open mic like there is for comedy? Like, people at least know that you're up there working on it in an open mic.
Right.
And an improv show is an improv show.
Well, the hardest thing about doing improvisation is you can't really. It's hard to work on it, right? Like, you can't. It's all about, you know, how you react to somebody on stage, and do you have a rapport with that person? How experienced are you versus the other person? You know, whatever. Like, there's a ton of different factors, but they all boil down to, are you not thinking? You know, like, are you having a good time? Is this fun? Like, are you having fun? If you're having fun, chances are everybody else is going to have fun too.
Right.
And I think that a lot of times people get in their heads about it, and because we're in our heads, we got to go to other things, like, I don't know, like games, or like, oh, I'm wearing a funny wig. Now I'm this person, right? Like, I don't know. Like, I think that I don't think that improv has done itself any favors over the last few years, other than in the communities where it's already been a big thing, a la Chicago or wherever, you know, Chicago.
That's the main reason I haven't completely written it off, is if you look at something like Saturday Night Live, where do they get all their performers and writers from? It really only comes from 3 places, and that's the Groundlings, Second City, and then the Harvard Lampoon.
Right.
And so, I mean, there's something there.
Yeah.
When it's done, anything done well is going to be good, and anything done by shitty people who don't know what they're doing is going to suck. It's same with stand-up.
Yeah, true.
I mean, I haven't seen a lot of good improv, but I have seen it before. I know it's out there. It's just I'm not going to, I don't go see bands in concert. I rarely go see other people do stand-up. I'm out doing my stuff, so it's hard for me to go and actually see an improv show and actually invest in that, but it's not all bad.
The nice thing about comedy is, and this is where it speaks to me as a lazy person, like, why spend so much time getting good at one thing when there's, like, a bunch of other stuff that I could try out and be kind of middling at? Like, so like, you know, like, I'll do stand-up for a few years, and I'll be an all-right stand-up comic. Oh, but guess what? I can do improv, too. Like, I'll be like, I'm an okay improviser. You know what I mean? Like, so I love that. I love to spread myself super thin so that I'm not great at anything. I love that.
But in a way, though, I think that's valid, because you can't, in this day, you can't just do stand-up. It's not going to happen anymore. I don't think.
You can. It sucks.
It sucks.
You'll make no money.
Yeah,
and
that's
you'll be on the road 50 weeks a year.
Yeah, you're making $100 a night. You know, when somebody in LA is, you know, if they got something and they got a script.
Well, fuck that. Even if you're making $1,000 a weekend, you're still having to travel 40 some odd weekends out of the year just to make
no health
a halfway
insurance.
decent living with no health insurance.
Saving up your money to pay
you
taxes
taking care
at
of
the
your
end of
travel.
Right.
Paying taxes.
I don't want to name names, but I featured for somebody outside of town, and the
Paula
guy.
Poundstone.
No.
Yeah, I know.
No.
I know you and Paula.
The guy didn't have a car. His car had broke down a few cities back.
Yeah.
He's like, I need a ride to the gig. Can you give me a ride back to the hotel? I'm like, how the fuck are you getting to the next city? Like, you don't even have a car.
You know what? All suicide hotlines should redirect to the local improv.
Right.
You know, and then they say, hey, why don't you just come out, hang out with our feature this week, or our headliner.
Right.
And just take a look at that person's life.
Right.
Go sit in the comedy condo.
Right.
And look at that guy's life. And guess what? You don't have it so bad.
Yeah, sit through an open mic.
Oh, well. No, they will kill themselves then.
Yeah, true. You supply guns in an isolation chamber. Like, you want to off yourself, do it right, brother.
Yeah, right.
We'll give you 3 minutes to do it, too.
But that's the thing. Like you're saying, well, you can't just do stand-up. That all really depends on why you do it. I think a lot of people, they have the delusions of grandeur. They think they're going to be on TV and stand-up some easy way to get there or something.
Everything just went off.
Did it?
Everything's gone.
No? Yeah, I hear it. I might have.
I went dead.
You went dead.
Okay, so
I thought you meant...
You have to examine like why you do these things. Like, do you want to be famous? Well, that's a shitty reason to do it. Like me, I just want. There's two things. All right, I want people to laugh at things I think are funny.
Right.
And I want to be an angry prophet denouncing the hypocrisies of our times. That's all. It's really easy.
Which I think you do very well.
Like that.
I think you're on the right track.
Yeah.
I think you've got that.
I don't want to be on TV. I don't want people to know who I am.
Chocolate-covered heroin.
Highly overrated. Because you know what the most awkward thing is when someone has seen you on stage and then they run into you somewhere else and they're like, "Oh, hey, it's Paco," and you're like, "I have no idea."
Right.
Am I supposed to? How do I react? And so, as much as I can minimize that, I think I won't be as awkward as I. That's just what I just want to be. Not awkward. That's my goal in life: is to not feel awkward.
Right.
I'll always kind of be awkward, but not feel less awkward.
More comfortable.
More comfortable. Not actually comfortable, but. Close to comfortable.
I want to feel good in someone else's skin.
Yes.
That's what I want to do. I don't know what that means, but that's what I want to feel good. Can I have your skin? What are you doing later?
Yeah. I'll take your skin. Put some lotion in the basket. So, okay. Well, how long have you been doing stand-up?
Oh, geez. 10 years or more? I don't know. Too long. Too long for the level that I'm at.
All right. Do you have a preference, though? I mean,
between the two?
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, they're both so different. I've always just liked getting up on stage and making people laugh. Like, that's it. That's all I want to do.
All right.
And, if that's however I am able to get that done, I can do it. I don't I don't write a whole lot anymore. I used to write a whole lot.
Yeah.
I don't write a whole lot anymore. But I think I don't write a whole lot anymore because I don't really do a lot of stand-up anymore. Like, ever since I moved here, I kind of stopped doing a lot of stand-up.
All right.
And, I need to be doing it in order to be writing it.
Yeah.
And they don't really work independently of one another. So, and, improv just kind of took over after a certain time. So, I was making money doing that and having a good time with it. So, I'll just keep doing that.
Right.
I love stand-up. I love being in the position that I'm in now, running the open mic at DCH, because I think we run a pretty good open mic.
Yeah.
And I love seeing new comics, and I love seeing good comics who may not be able to get right away. They may not be able to get, noticed at like a club or whatever.
Right.
And the club system is pretty dumb and horrible.
A little bit.
And and the thing that kind of my background with starting doing stand-up in earnest in Chicago is like there weren't any clubs. Like there was one comedy club in Chicago, in the city limits of Chicago, and it was downtown. It was Zany's, and the guy that booked the thing was like 70 some odd years old. And so you don't really people just did bar shows and stuff. Like they set up their own shows, and it was pretty cool. And I wanted to kind of create that vibe, like let's do more of that. And I think we've been moderately successful at that.
I need to go back there.
Yeah,
that place is Dallas Comedy House.
Oh,
Buffalo,
that place is haunted by ghost of comedy failure for me. And I haven't been able. That was the first place I really bombed, and it wasn't so much that I bombed; it's that Paul and Mark, this was a month into me doing comedy. They had never seen me before. And so they bought me 9 shots of Jack Daniels before I went on stage.
Yeah, they did.
That's
and then I
Paul.
thought I had I'd been doing kind of shorter one-liner jokes. I'm like, I'm going to try out these bits. And I thought they'd be a minute each, and they turned out to be 4 minutes each. And I didn't see the light because I was so drunk and just staring at the stage. And they were depressing bits. There was nothing funny. just like mean shit from my childhood, and just rambled for 12 minutes. And I still have the video. I haven't been able to bring myself to watch the video, but it's just this sad.
I remember you going up once. I don't remember how it was.
That was terrible.
But I remember you going up once.
And then afterwards, Paul and Mark were like, "Have you ever thought maybe you should just be a writer?" Like,
oh, that's horrible.
Holy
yeah,
shit,
it's so
really?
yeah, it was defeating because like the first night I went up, I'd been hanging around and I'd been trying to write stuff for months.
Right.
And the first night I went up at like 2:00 in the morning at Hyenas, and it was the first night that I felt like I wrote all this stuff the day before, and I thought it was really good. And then all the comics came and watched it, and it was like, oh, they all laugh. This is good. And so that was my first like, oh, you know what? Shit can go wrong. Right. You're not going to be funny every time. When you only have like 4 open mics under your belt and they've all been good, you're like, oh, well, this is just how it is. And then it gets bad.
Right.
Well, that's why doing improvisation is so great, because improvisation is 75% failure. Like,
well, that's the thing is I caught up with the failure ratio. I wasn't just, batting 900 all the time. I don't remember the last time I had a good open mic. That's how you know you're starting to become a comic.
I do think with stand-up, though, you get up there with the anticipation of like, hey, man, if I don't really hit this, and if this doesn't really kill, then that is an abject failure, and I'm done, right? Yeah. Or like an old comic buddy of mine who's very funny always used to tell me like, what you need to be doing at this stage of your life, and I was probably like 19 at the time, he's like, you need to be writing all these jokes, and you need to do them on stage, and if they don't work 3 times, you throw them away. If they do work 3 times, you put them in a drawer, and you don't touch them ever again. And he's like, you need to do that for like 5 years, and then see what happens.
All right.
And I think that's kind of a weird, I mean, I understand like where he was coming from with that, but I think that was kind of a weird thing to say, because you can learn something on stage every single time you're up there, right? Like you can kind of figure something else out. Yeah. And I think what improvisation does for stand-up comics is allows them to be okay with like not talking for a second, or like working something out, or dealing with a crowd member. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah, and that's kind of the reason I'm interested in taking some improv classes. Is the biggest problem I have is I hate being on stage. Like I just dread.
It's pretty poor career move.
I don't like people looking at me.
Yeah, dude.
I'm not comfortable
Great
in crowds.
choice, brother.
I'm a little bit
actually
agoraphobic.
Hate crowds. I actually want to kill the crowd.
Yeah, it's so
not like in a comic way. Like I want to physically fucking kill them.
And it's taken a while, but I've gotten more comfortable. I've gotten to the point now that if I'm at an open mic, like I won't waste time writing a set list. I mean, that's time that could be spent putting whiskey down my throat.
Exactly.
and now 9 shots of Jack Daniels doesn't get me that drunk anymore. After just a year of conditioning to stand-up levels of drinking. But
I agree with you though. Like I think if you're killing at an open mic, you're not doing what you should be doing.
No, I mean it's never bad when people laugh,
right?
Unless they're laughing ironically, like Chris Navarro goes up at 2:00 in the morning and puts on a George Bush mask and starts speaking in tongues. Like that, the people aren't laughing with you; they're laughing at you.
Right.
I miss those moments. I will say, I do miss those moments.
I stuck around the other night at Hyena still too, just to kind of watch.
Yeah, we don't
whoever
have
the sad bastard is going up last.
I wish
still as bad as it always was.
As much as I love what we do at DCH, we get a fair amount of comics, but we're never there until we're never there super late.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And man, those marathon open mics with like 60 comics and you're there till 2:00 in the morning, and Hyenas being right off the dart, like it is a recipe for crazy.
They say when that place, when it first opened, because a lot of bums will just ride the trains all day.
Yeah.
What else are you going to do? They found out that anyone can sign up and go up. So they would go sign up and get on the list.
Yeah.
And then they could hang out in the club at that point, and it's heated and it's inside.
No, yeah.
And so they would hang out until they go up at 2:00 in the morning. And I never saw it. Brad saw a lot of it. He'd tell me about it.
I saw some of it. Anytime you saw a guy walk in with a suitcase, you knew like that is not. I mean, he's a prop comic, but he's also homeless. Like,
fortunately, all of his props are his own feces.
Oh God,
there's a guy walked in one time and he had a glow in the dark yo-yos, and he was in the back just yo-yoing, and there was another crazy guy who happened to go up in front of him, And the dude, what was hosting, I can't remember his name now. He's gone now. But he got super pissed. Like he stormed up on stage because this guy was doing crazy shit. Stormed up on stage and yelled at everybody. Like, it was just like, you gotta respect the stage or whatever. And he's totally justified in doing whatever that. Like, that's fine. But what was hilarious was, in the midst of all of his yelling, he doesn't see the other crazy dude in the back with the yo-yos. And that guy goes up literally next. It was like, and he gets up on stage with his suitcase and his yo-yos. He puts on a surgical mask and starts talking about Vietnam. It was like fucking awesome. It was so awesome.
Or is it hyenas?
It was at Hyenas, yeah. It was so awesome. And the crazy thing was, nobody after that ever referenced any of it because they were so, I don't know what. Like, they was like, oh, I need to do my set. Fuck your set, brother. Like, we just had two crazy people come up on stage. We need to talk about that for a minute. The audience needs to process that. We all need to do it together.
Right?
It's an awesome shared experience we just had.
That's hilarious, dude.
Fucking open micers, man. They just don't know.
But it's so great, though.
Laid at their feet.
I love it. I love that craziness. You know, I love that world of craziness.
See, I couldn't do that though. Like running, it seems like I would just shoot myself in the head the first night.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's tough sometimes, but I mean, but part of it, you have to embrace that part of that's because it's fun, and that is a bad example of fun. But I mean, there are good examples of a lot of fun that people can have. You know, like. Chicago had a massive open mic at what used to be called the Lion's Den, and it since became the Globe. And it was another one of those like 50, 60 comics or whatever. But the cool thing was a lot of the like local guys would just do shit to make other comics laugh.
Right.
Like, and they'd come up with something every week to just, fuck around a little bit. And it was great, and it was so much fun. And here,
not enough comics do that.
Not enough.
I
comics
try to do.
that,
If I don't have new material, I'm not going to go out there and trot out my 5 minutes. I know it works. Like I feel like a douchebag.
Right.
Well, the jokes that all of you have heard, yeah.
I've got to say though, when you did that German thing, dude, everybody, all the comics were just on the floor, dude. If it was just for the
now,
comics,
was that the night? Because there was one night. It may have been. I don't know if it was the same. But it was the night that Usama Siddiqui brought like 100 people.
Yeah.
So the room is packed with all of these like Indian and Bangladeshi college students.
I love college kids who just start doing comedy. They bring out all their friends.
And so it's a full room.
Right.
And I go up there and I do this character called Gerhard von Wolfcock. Where it's a terrible German impression, and then I'm just doing hack jokes like you get up there and like Dankeschön, thank you, Guten Tag, welcome. If you cannot tell from my accent, I just flew in from Germany, and boy, are my arms tired from flying the plane. Like just awful shit like that. And I did that for 5 minutes, and all the comics are laughing, and all these doe-eyed college students just like turn around and they're looking at the people laughing like, why?
That guy stopped. Is that guy from Germany?
I don't get why that's funny.
I don't understand why that guy's not from Germany.
I ran into a guy at an open mic at what was it, Texas Theater, like a week later.
How is that?
And they haven't done it in a while, but it was pretty cool. It's weird. It's a weird setup. It's like in a hallway.
Oh yeah, it's not.
And then
actual theater.
We did it, and I started.
We have a theater here, but you see, it's not going to play there. We got to do it.
Well,
in the hallway.
they were playing a anime movie downstairs because it's a one-screen theater, and so all these like weird teenagers are going to go see the Full Metal Alchemist movie. And then we're upstairs. You go up the stairs, and then there's like this little cubby where they just pack in like rows of chairs and a bench. It's the weirdest collection. Yeah. It's not like they just had a bunch of folding chairs. They just literally found any chair.
What can people
they
sit
had
on
in the house and
find stuff that people can sit on?
And literally, this little cubby is smaller than this room we're in.
Yeah,
they pack in about 20 seats, and then you turn around and there's a hallway that goes like across the top. I guess that's where the outside of the balcony is. So you walk up one stair to get in the hallway, and then turn around, and that's your stage.
Right. Yeah.
And so
perfect spot.
And I went up first because I just opened for Neil Hamburger there a couple weeks before, and so I opened up the open mic. I was the first guy up, and they turned off the microphone after I went because I just started yelling, and it was some new stuff I was working on that may have been a little too provocative for the fucking weirdo teenagers in their anime movie downstairs. But after that, they just turned off the mic, and they left the mic up there, and people were talking, and you could hear them because you're literally less than 10 feet from the back of the room.
Yeah.
But it was a weird experience. But the guy he started doing comedy, he saw me. He's like, "Yeah, we saw you the other night at Hyenas, and we weren't sure if that was really your accent or not." I was like, "Really? You thought someone talks in an awful German accent? Like,
you never know.
Like B movie villains don't even have that bad of an accent.
You
like,
never know.
Thought it was a real person,
Right? They didn't want to be insensitive.
Right. That's hilarious.
I didn't realize I was that like Kaufman-esque that I pulled off.
Yeah, so great.
They're so believable all these years as a trained thespian.
Exactly.
Right.
That training you did in Paris really paid off.
That's hilarious.
Fantastic.
We haven't checked our chat room. I don't even know if anybody's in there.
Fuck you. Get a life, you nerds. I'm just kidding.
Nobody.
Oh, somebody asked, what shampoo do you use, Paco?
Oh, Pantene Pro V.
Yeah.
Speaking of conditioning, what conditioner do you use?
Also Pantene Pro V. Make sure you got to use them separately because the 2-in-1 bullshit, that's not how shampoo works. You can't mix shampoo and
It's a
conditioner.
scam.
Yeah. Fuck you, Pert Plus.
Hilarious, dude. Okay, so let's talk about your show coming up.
My show
quick.
coming up
Yeah.
this Saturday at 11:30 at the Edison Improv.
That would be the one.
Yep, that one.
Well, it's
Who's
called-
on that?
A lot of people actually,
Yeah.
but Brad LaCour will be the headliner for the night.
Brian?
Brad LaCour.
Did you say Brad?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought
Oh,
I
I
did.
heard
Brad.
Brian. Weird.
I might have got all mush mouth there for a second. It happens. No, Brad's headlining, and then there's myself, Chris Darden, Matt McInnes, the very funny Ryan Mulligan, who does the dirty guitar songs.
All right.
If you haven't seen him, you're in for a treat.
All right.
And then we got some guest spots for Angel Rosales and Mitchell Clemens.
Cool. And it's kind of blue, so.
Yeah, it is.
And I think it's going to go a little farther than kind of, is my guess.
When we approached them, the John Toll used to do the Dirty at 11:30 show there,
Right.
And I didn't like the name, and especially now he's gone. I didn't want to use his old shit. Fuck him. But I didn't think we were really all that dirty. I would say we're more dark, and there's a difference.
Yeah.
There's one about like the absurdity of masturbating at 2:00 in the afternoon, and then there's like describing jizz hitting your face and going all over
Which,
your
that's not
girlfriend's
dirty.
dead
That's-
mother. Yeah,
That's some clinical stuff. That's not.
yeah, like there's a big difference.
Just painting
there.
a word picture.
Right.
And so I didn't think we were really that dirty. We were just, and that's why we took the name Kinda Blue.
Yeah.
Is it's still a blue show, but it's not Red Fox. I'm not just going to say fuck 50 times. I don't actually use that much profanity except for when like my brain stalls for a second.
Right.
And I forget where I'm going, and it's just like, fuck.
I say all those guys, not that nobody gives a fuck what I say, but I mean,
I do.
dude, that lineup is great.
Yeah,
that is a great bill.
That's solid.
We all hang out a lot, and
Yeah.
I think it was the open mic at the gay bar in Fort Worth where we really bonded.
Yeah,
as bad as that
you
sounds.
really bonded at the gay bar. In Fort
No,
Worth.
but half the guys lived
Was
in
that
Fort Worth,
Percussions?
Right.
and most at Percussions. A lot of people wouldn't go out there because A, it was in Fort Worth, B, it was a gay bar. But half of them lived in Fort Worth, and then me and Brad are just alcoholics, and there's prize money. So we drive out there, and it would always be like the same.
And you could get a drink. You never know. I
Yeah.
mean, you could get a free.
Exactly.
There-
They usually gave you the first drink for free.
There you
I
go.
got to
See?
tell you that when we did Cherries, that contest a couple weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
like you went up and just fucking unloaded.
Oh, fuck those guys.
But it was hilarious.
It took me a while. No, the transition, because here's the thing: gay people in Fort Worth were cool as shit. The gay people at the when they moved the gay bar to Dallas, bunch of assholes. And I think it's more of a Dallas versus Fort Worth type
the
of thing.
gay is an incidental
These
deal,
guys,
right?
yeah, they've been doing coke all day. They've been drinking since 4:00 in the afternoon, and then they're in the goddamn showroom just chatting it up. And it's a big bar. There's like
Yeah,
a
it's
cabaret
giant.
room. Here's the reason though: is there's a place called the Shower Room,
Yeah.
where for $75 you can watch the shop boys take a shower or whatever, and they like to hang out by the door. to that, but it's in the cabaret room, and then there's a big bar, and you get the fuck out of there if you're going to talk.
Do you think that's why? I think this is why Republicans don't cotton to gay folk. Because
they're a bunch of chatty catfish.
Well, no, because they built a bar where you can watch a dude take a shower, and they just get so like, oh, I want to do that so bad.
I think I like Rick Santorum, as obsessed as he is with stuff like gay marriage. I think he just thinks about cock all the time,
all day, every day.
He's like, anything that reminds him of cock needs to be banished to Never Never Land.
Yeah, it's like when I was in high school, I made balloon animals for a job. This is further proof that I've never held a job in my life. And you get to a certain point where everything you make is just a giant cock, and then you're like, oh god, no, that's a cock. And then like, you gotta, I'm gonna redo this. This is not a giraffe. This is a giant cock. And then like you make it again, and it's an even bigger cock the second time. Like it's like, what did I just do?
And that's the thing is like, if you can't. If you don't find cocks to be hilarious and they make you uncomfortable, then you might secretly be gay. And I think that worries us. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Embrace it.
Embrace it.
Rick Santorum embracing a cock would be hilarious.
And it would build so many bridges.
Yes.
Don't you know?
Yeah.
It's building a big cock bridge.
Yes.
You're killing me. You're killing me.
Oh, sorry.
Bridge to eternity.
Yeah.
Bridge over the river gay.
Over the river balls.
You know, why can't we all just get along?
Why can't we all
that's the point of my comedy is unity.
That's right.
And equality.
The point of bringing that up is you basically bashed them and won. Huh?
That's what this show needs, a shower room.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Who said that?
Couldn't agree more.
Matt McGinnis?
Jeffy J?
Oh, Jeffrey J.
Jeffrey J, yeah.
He would know.
Yes.
That's right, shower room.
Well, that was the thing is I started off just ripping into these assholes, and then I went straight into my opening bit, which was, so I'm watching the Republican debates.
Right.
Rick Perry and Ron Paul. Those guys are fags, right?
And he wins the contest.
Oh, all right.
He gay bashes and wins.
Yeah, and I started breaking it down. And one guy, he was already pissed because all his coked up buddies left, and he was like the one guy standing at the bar. And so I'm breaking down like why Rick Perry is gay, and I'm just running through it like cheerleader, perfect hair, twinkle in his eye. He was in the Air Force. And I know we've all jerked off to Top Gun. And as soon as I said we've all jerked off to Top Gun, old stone face fucking cracked a little smile.
He's like, all right, you got me.
I've jerked off to Top Gun.
You got me this time. I thought you with your beautiful blonde hair. Your beautiful blonde hair, it was so beautiful. You went up to the stage and I saw your beard and I thought, man, I just want to get inside that beard. I couldn't do it though.
Dude, I saw a guy there that was like, he just flies in the face of every gay stereotype because he was fatter than me and had a longer ponytail and an even patchier beard. And I'm like, what guy who would want to fuck you? What guy? Like, they're so just, they called me fat out on the smoking patio. And I was like, my feelings were fucking hurt. I'm like, you guys are judgmental.
Paco went home and wrote mean dudes.
Yeah.
You know, I just want to get along.
I just want to fit in at the gay club.
Yeah.
I want to make people laugh with my jokes about. I did one. I thought it was a funny idea because they had the shop boys in these little like Speedos or whatever, and I was joking because the owner's a fucking scumbag. But I was like, you know, if you have these guys prancing around here half naked in the cold, they're all going to get pneumonia. And you know what they're going to say? Uh-oh, Randy gave them all AIDS. And of course, he wasn't in the room for that joke. But here's the most fucked up part is I did. There was a big table of lesbians, which always changes the dynamic of the gay room.
Yeah, sure.
All right, they had actually seen me 2 weeks before at the Funniest Comic in Texas, which is still like some of my darkest and evilest material, but that's like me in my prime. And they were like, oh, yeah, you're Paco. We saw you. We really like you. And they were being nice to me, and I walked them.
Did you really?
All these people that had seen me before and liked me. I walked them with 2 minutes worth of AIDS jokes that probably crossed a line or two. I don't know a lot of lesbians that died of AIDS, though. So
yeah, well, so, you know, I don't know. You never know.
That's the thing, though, is, you know, I had a joke. I got labeled as the rape and abortion comic really early on, which is bullshit because I never had an abortion joke.
You just have the look, though.
But it wasn't just rape jokes. There was deeper meaning to them. Like I had one where it was like, why do women hate rape but love Law and Order SVU? And what I was getting at is that Law and Order is the most exploitive fucking show ever. Because I do like my dead baby in a microwave joke, which is ripped straight from the headlines. Yeah. I'm like, don't blame me. That was a news story. I didn't think of microwaving a baby. Some woman in California did. And so, but
CNN brought that one.
I say, Law and Order, they do that. They rip it straight from the headlines, and they take actual crimes that happen to actual people who were victimized and murdered or whatever, and they turn it into a 1-hour drama. And after 15 years of being successful at it, they said, hey, you know what? These crimes aren't sexy enough. What if we made a show that only involved, like, sex crimes? And, like, to me, I think that's way worse.
And then you turn that 1-hour drama into a 2-minute comedy bit.
Not even that, 30 seconds.
Oh, all right. Oh, fair enough, yeah.
Make a joke about it, but I'm raising awareness that Dick Wolf is a scumbag. Fuck you, Dick Wolf.
Can I say, is there a better name for a television for anything? Just Dick Wolf.
I want my manager to be named Dick Wolf.
If you when you get old enough, when Dick Wolf got old enough to realize that his name was Dick Wolf, he just thought, "Fuck, I can do anything now."
He's got to refer to himself in the third person. There's no way you don't. Yeah. Like, oh, Paco, that club, they stiffed you over. But don't worry about it. Dick Wolf. Dick Wolf is on it.
Right.
Dick Wolf's going to get your money.
He just refers to himself as a howl.
You've been wolfed.
You've been wolfed. You've been wolfed, baby.
That.
That's right.
Hey, let's take a quick break.
All right.
And we'll come back and talk some more.
Okay.
Good stuff, good stuff. Be right back.
Bye.
I just have to pee.
will do. Freely fly together, what we do. So free to seek us love that's true. Yes, we were born together. It's true. And we will die together too.
Were dead in this town. We're traveling by the air and all our sounds. I saw fire take over the sky, and the sparks lit up and started July. Told you, Johnston, my friend, well, they are all demons, and really I don't know what I should do with them. Should I take them one by one, murder all of them? I'll take lights from their eyes. I remember when the girls were dead in this town. They're pulling by the air and all of our sounds. And I
Oh, hey, hey, we're back.
Oh, I love this
Little
song.
quick segment. You really?
No, I've never heard it before. I was just trying to
It's all
break
local.
the ice.
Hey, we're back with Brian Fisher.
Brian, I am Brian Fisher.
We're back with Brad Fasser. We're back with Booby from Happy.
Be nice. Be nice. Be nice.
Fucking hell.
I like Laura. She's a good girl. Anywho, we're back.
Can we take another break and then play the audio I secretly recorded of me and Landon on the roof?
What did y'all talk about? Go ahead and spill it.
Just how comedy's serious business. And
Yeah,
I think some of these
stuff.
open micers out here just aren't serious enough.
That's right.
To be funny.
Is that really what y'all talked about?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They're not going ham.
Yeah, they just think it's a bunch of jokes, and it's not a joke.
Nuh-uh.
It's a real motherfucking life.
it's a serious business. Yes, indeed. And I believe you, too. That's what y'all talked about.
No, we talked about girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ladies.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we got drops.
But you're married, right? Are you married?
No, God no.
Were you ever
no.
married?
No.
Oh shit.
I'm
dude.
in a what do you call those? A relationship. Yeah.
Yes, I'm in one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
It's fine. It's good.
You're,
Works out.
you're untethered.
I'm a bachelor.
Yeah.
Confirmed. You were at Cherry's watching the shower show.
I don't have a degree in it or anything. But.
Right. Never married. Any of that?
No.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't.
No, I've had a bunch
Haven't
of
settled down
short and unfortunate relationships.
Yeah.
No, I'm actually like, I'm kind of enjoying.
I'm just letting you. I'm hanging you there.
No, well, it's really just a dark. Do we want to take a dark turn?
We got.
I'm sure we were already there.
Yeah.
No, we weren't
got
even
3
close
minutes
to
for
how
a
dark
dark
this
turn.
gets.
All right,
This is
fair
like Idi Amin dark. Both the color of his skin and the fact that he ate his opponents.
So black as blue.
That's our next show, everybody.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I was at.
Go ahead. Let's just hear it.
We were at this show the other night that Chris Lehman was competing in, and it was kind of an urban room.
Is this the brick thing or what?
No, it's a similar setup, except I don't think the brick. This stage was literally set up like Thunderdome.
Okay.
Like the you walk into the bar, and then there's like a round bar around this hole that goes like 2 stages deeper, and there's like chairs in one section, and then there's couches at the bottom, and then the stage is in the bottom of this
What's
pit.
the name of the place?
I don't even remember it. It was
Heroes?
in the West End. No.
Oh.
But it's a new place that just opened up. Anyways, Chris Lehman went up, Chris Mack went up, and then this other guy, because the guy booking it didn't know any comedians, but decided to do a comedy night tied to some contest.
Right.
So Lehman and Matt go up, and it's just like a normal show. And then this guy goes up that had never been up before, and they all started throwing lemons at him.
Where'd they get the lemons?
They just had lemons.
What do you mean?
Some of them, I remember them throwing slices, but I think I saw a whole lemon get thrown also. And then Lehman just turns at me and he goes, "They threw lemons at that man." Like, and I guess they were glad. I mean, that they didn't do that before. Like, if you see a guy get lemons thrown at him before you go on stage,
Yeah.
that's kind of scary. But if you go on stage not expecting anything and everything turns out okay.
If you go on pork chop night.
I had a funny moment at the open mic this week. What do
So
they have? They have pork chops?
No.
T-bone.
Free steak dinner for ladies before 9.
What?
Nice.
$13 for everyone else at all other times.
Ladies, do you want your steak dinner right?
It
Come to
was-
T-Bones. Extra lemons.
I would go up there and do it this Monday, but I have a show at a basement of a pizza place in Denton.
Doing comedy, right?
But yeah,
Right.
yeah. No, it's kind of a comedy
shower show.
Kind of,
Shower show.
It's more of leaking from the kitchen.
Yeah, right.
Same effect. But then next week I'm gonna go do the Thunderdome. I think I'm gonna open with my black Facebook joke,
Yeah.
and then
You either instantly win
something
'em or lose
else
'em.
racist.
Yeah.
And then if
Bringing
they-
that for all them
then
lemons.
yeah.
That's right.
It's just gonna rain lemons on me.
I think if you can gay bash at the gay club, you can do that at that.
Here's
club.
the thing: I could have fought every single one of those dudes in the gay bar and won, come out victorious. Not so sure about the 50 black guys.
All right.
A little dicey.
30 black guys is my limit in a street fight.
Right.
Proposition. Right.
Okay, well, we went a little long, which is okay. All right, Jedi, you care?
Oh man.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're just riffing.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't that what improv's like? Riffing?
Sure, it's exactly what it's like.
We're telling this whole show.
It's exactly what it's like.
He's a good teacher. He's taught me a lot.
Yes, yeah, I do it right now.
This chapter
I'm
1,
telling you,
riffing.
Can't turn it off.
All right. You got to take his class, bro. I'm not kidding.
I'm seriously thinking about it. The main thing's time right now is between the day job and all the freelance work.
Saturday
I do
mornings, brother.
My shitty comedy career.
Mornings.
Saturday morning?
Yeah.
I'd like to sleep.
Like 11 to 2.
Cartoons.
11.
We're 11 to 2, yeah.
Really?
That's doable for a comic.
That is doable.
Yeah.
Is that
Anyway, we got to wrap up.
Yeah.
All right.
Real quick shout outs to people around town. Your show, again, Saturday night.
Yes, Saturday night at the Improv. If the easy way to get tickets is kindablue.info. It'll take you straight to the Improv page.
Oh, cool. Good. Daryl Fellisberg, good buddy, is going to be in Fort Worth Hyenas Saturday and Sunday with headliner Rob Little. Casey Coleman in Hyenas Dallas with Pat Goodwin. David Jessup, Friday, Backdoor Comedy Club, 9 p.m. Pocket Sandwich Theater. Both nights, I think, Friday and Saturday, I'll be there. And he's also Ad Libs, 9 o'clock.
Wow, why doesn't he have a radio show? He's all over the place.
He was on before. Christmas Comedy Soundcheck at J&J's Pizza.
I'll be there.
Really?
That's the Pizza Basement show.
Oh, okay. On the Square in Denton on the 20th. Addison Improv, the 25th, a really big show. Aaron Poor headlining. I'll be there. Jason James will be there. Seth Cowles will be there. $3 tickets.
That's a good lineup, except for Seth.
Yeah. You said that. I like Seth.
I like him too. He's just not funny. I'm just kidding. He has some good jokes that would be better if someone else told them.
So you need to have us on more often. We're incendiary.
Right.
Yeah.
Controversial.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Napalming the entire Dallas comedy scene.
Right. I'm like,
or
oh,
McKinney
no, I like
comedy
everybody.
scene.
I like everybody.
Yeah.
But you can get tickets, $3 tickets, I believe, using promo code MAVS until those run out. And then you can do BOGO to get buy one, get one. Big as a fundraiser for Ron Schock. He's a Texas comedian, storyteller, going through cancer treatment, and of course he's a comic, so he's broke. So they're doing fundraisers. 8:30 p.m. Thursday at the Hyenas, February 23rd in Fort Worth, with Dennis Blair, Paul Varghese, Chris Lehman, and Steven Stewart. Tickets are $10 for a donation, and that goes straight to help Ron. So that's a great cause.
I made that poster, by the way.
Did you really?
That's
good. You didn't even use Futura.
I did on the bottom.
Oh, well, but not for your main block.
Well, I went for
You guys talk about fonts later.
Texas.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's $10 to get in, but you should, if you have the money to give, you should give more, because that shit is expensive.
It's going straight to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's no, like, people taking a chunk of it. Anyway, thanks a lot. We went a little long. Sorry about that. We'll see you next week. Take care.
Bye.